St. John has a teaching regarding the consequences of being in a state of grace. He sees it as illogical, indeed impossible, that a soul anointed, inhabited, loved by the Blessed Trinity, and in relationship with the same, can then proceed willingly to sin. The divine seed, the germ of life, is in that soul, and from within operates. From this we can deduce that if we see over the Christian planet, over the family of those who follow Christ, a certain proportion who willingly offend the Lord, often and with consent, are not living that divine life fully. There is something not passing. One can distinguish between sins of fragility, things which are not voluntary, things which are so immediate that they're not actually handled consciously by the will, from things that are, and these are the ones that are a problem, and they seem to be out there. It has been said that without mental prayer one cannot truly engage. What happens if there are not spaces where one is in receptive mode? Then actually the Lord is not Lord. We are not allowing Him to be Lord. We just can't hear Him. And then the immediate, the urgent, the tangible, the invasive, just bit by bit takes over. And then we can see how sin is never really handled. In the realm of the direction of souls, one sees that there are some who are very gentle and docile, and that some consciences are very delicate, and the slightest thing is looked at and confessed, while others feel no need for confession and do their own thing, ear in, ear out, and do not progress, indeed do not take care of their eternal destiny. They fall back on a system and presume that that will rescue them. But there is oftentimes no engagement of soul or intimacy, because this part of waiting on the Lord has long been abandoned or never practiced. It is not enough to go through a certain quantity of prayer, vocal prayer, in a day. It is not enough, even in a consecrated life, to be doing the duty of the office, the officium, the pensum, that which gives it its name, divine duty. Officium. Because vocal prayer, as is pointed out by Teresa of Avila, doesn't have the advantage of the exposure of the will and the mind and the gaze directly to Jesus Christ in a way that allows him to influence that will directly. It is a risk to be undertaken. And if one has that combination of mental prayer with the Divine Presence, the Blessed Sacrament, one has the maximum. And if one has that in a context of solitude and silence, one has truly the maximum, for God is given maximum space. There are times when we need to be alone. Even in a marriage, as St. Paul points out, there are times when it is good to be alone for the Lord, and then to come back refreshed. For even in marriage, or even in a religious community, although souls go together on the journey to heaven, they are individuals, and each soul has its journey also in person with the Lord. We cannot escape the eyes, and if we do, we escape the adventure of love, for we are called to fall in love with love. Ours is not a religion, but a relationship, and there is a big, big difference. Ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibist, ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibist. Ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibis.